Buy cheap and safe NBA 2K22 MT at NBA2King.com. You can use code Excapar, that's EXCAPAR, for 5% off your entire purchase.
Alright everybody, we are back with the tier list. This one's being on the best point guard. Sorry if I sound terrible. We still are sick as hell, but I'm trying to get some videos out there just so I don't feel super lazy while being sick. So if you're any coughing, sneeze, anything like that, I'm going to try to make sure they're not in there, so I apologize. But remember, just a nice little tier list to have some fun with it. We have the Demons, Baby Demons, pretty damn solid, so decent and hard pass. Like if you guys do enjoy, comment what you guys think, and hit that subscribe button as well. We're going to try to keep doing that quick format just because I want less time to hold in my coughs, and that's about it. So also thank you guys everybody for the well wishes. Anyway, here we are with the hard pass. We got Baron Davis and Tony Parker, who cars I'm just not really a fan of. Baron Davis has a nice speed with the base dribble style and an okay jumper. I do think he's pretty nice. I just don't really love him. He's down there at the bottom. Tony Parker is a cool card. The TP jumper is actually pretty nice. The defense is okay. Can't really dunk, and I just feel like he's a little bit too meh at this point in the year. Scott Skiles is just like a card that I don't really understand why you'd be running him over some other people. Reggie Jackson's got jump shot 10 on normal, and I'm just confused as to why anybody would really use him. He's got a good dribble style, he's got some alright defense, he can finish okay, but jump shot 10 is just way too baited at this point in the year with all the jumpers on quick. Magic Johnson's a really nice card when you get to his opals, but this Ruby just really ain't it. He's just, I don't know, okay at everything, but nothing crazy. He's a good defender, though, and I did have some fun running him, but just not really a card that I'm too excited about. Kyle Lowry's got that base dribble style again, so it really just feels clunky, and he's really undersized. Just not really a card that you should get too excited about. It sucks because I think last season's Ascension was pretty good, but Lowry is just kind of meh. Gus Williams just have a really good jumper in that Kemba Walker one on quick, but the fundamental dribble style just feels a bit clunky. Just, again, not really a card you get too excited about. Gilbert Arenas jump shot 11 is it's like probably one of the most baited jumpers you could possibly have. It was okay on Hito, but for a 6'3" guard that's super easy to contest, you definitely don't want to use it. His defense is okay, slashing is okay, but that jump shot 11 really just limits anything that he can do. And Spencer Dinwiddie jump shot 77 on that normal timing is just so slow, so baited that you just can't get it off. It is nice having a 6'6" PG, but I just don't think he's really all that good. For our still decent tier, we got Kobe White, who's essentially Cade Cunningham, just a little bit shorter with a jumper on normal timing. He is a good card. He's a good slasher. His playmaking is nice, but again, normal time jumpers just aren't really great. I do think, again, he's a pretty decent card. That's why he's in the still decent. He's just nothing crazy. Robert Pack is that guy who's going to barrel down to the hoop and get dunks on everybody, which is super fun. Still is a decent jumper, but is a bit undersized. If you just like giving a card who can get to the basket and dunk on everybody, that's really what this Robert Pack does. Tyrese Halliburton, some people have said that his jumper's on quick, but it doesn't say it on 2KDB, and I haven't really experienced that. I feel like that Aaron Gordon jumper on that normal timing is still what it's there. Just doesn't really feel great, and it's like a really easy jumper to bait out there. He is a good playmaker. He's an alright defender. He can slash pretty well, but again, the jumper is just, it's too slow. Russell Westbrook. You know what Russell Westbrook does. He gets to the basket, he dunks everybody, he playmakes well, he even rebounds really well for a guard, but the jumper is just so easy to stop that you know what they're going to do with this Westbrook. It's so easy to bait out those threes. It's so easy to defend this card that I just don't really think he should be up there. Chris Dunn, nice little Ruby. He's a really good defender. He's actually super fast as well. He can finish, but his shooting is just really not there. You got to add a lot of badges, and for a Ruby to have to add badges, it's not really what you want. Walt Frazier, really good defender. He can actually get to the basket pretty well. It's a good dribble style now. The problem with Walt Frazier is that he's got jump shot 36, and even on the quick timing, the jumper is still not that fast, and it's still easy to contest, and I just don't think he's too worth using. Jerry West, nice jumper. Fundamental dribble style, though, and just not really the most amazing card. Darren Williams has jump shot 38, I think, on the normal timing and the base dribble style. He's not an amazing card. Next is our man, DeJounte Murray, who is another one of those guys who I think, even though he's got his jumper on quick, just not really a jumper that's still all that good. He is a good defender, though, and is okay at slashing. But yeah, that jumper is too baited in my opinion. John Stockton, though, is a pretty nice card. I do like his John Stockton jumper. I think it's really easy for me to time personally. But he has a really bad dribble style, even though, the John Stockton dribble style you would think would be good. But I don't know, at least in my opinion, it's just not. So I had to leave him down. It's still decent. Starting off the pretty damn solid tier, we got Chris Paul, who's a nice just jack of all trades, kind of undersized PG. There's not really anything that he does terribly. It's just he's a super undersized PG. That's really about it. Bill Sharman can't dunk, but has everything else really going for him pretty well. But I think at this point, there's few cards who I think can get by on just their 3-point hunting. Bill Sharman is a really good card, though. Allen Iverson, another one of those really 6-foot kind of PGs that is still pretty good. One of the more fun cards to dribble with, can still slash, is still a pretty good defender. But that's only on the perimeter. Once you get inside, this Allen Iverson really is doing nothing. I do think AI is fun. It's just obviously he's a 6-foot PG, so he can't be anything higher. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is kind of a cone at the PG. Like, he's okay, but I just don't really think he's anything insane. Like, he's just all right. P. Maravich, Ray Allen jumper on that normal timing. He does have a good dribble style, but that jumper is pretty baited. He's a fun card. I do think this P. Maravich can go out there and get some buckets, but I wish he got that jumper on quick. I don't understand why they gave it to him on the normal timing. Next up is the man Kyrie Irving. Kyrie is obviously just great, and we've had one thing that I've said, is a negative for Kyrie since the beginning, and that's just the dribble style is horrible. Other than that, Kyrie's great. I mean, he can shoot it great with a good jumper. He can't dunk it too well. He's like a 70. His defense is all right, though. Jeremy Lin, jump shot 40 is pretty baited, especially on that normal timing. He does have a good dribble style. He's basically like a Gary Payton that can get some more buckets, but that jump shot 40 just really holds him back. Jamal Murray's a really fun card. I'm pretty sure he's just like a better version of Kobe White, which is always a dub. Isaac Bonga, or Isaac Bung, whichever one you want to say. I'm pretty sure Isaac's the correct one, but we're going with Isaac. Just a fun card, man. He's a super tall PG, which makes some people overrate him, but he is a good slasher. He can defend really well because of his height. I just don't think that he's like next level like some people say. Our Earl Monroe, pretty good card. Kind of can do everything. It's an Earl Monroe card. Just doesn't really excite me. And then Darius Garland and Damian Lillard are literally the same card. They both have the Damian Lillard jumper on quick. Lillard has the Lillard dribble style, and Darius Garland has the quick dribble style, but they're both good defenders. They can actually get inside really well, and are just some of the most fun and shifty cards to use in the game. I just love that Lillard jumper. It's just one of the ones that I really prefer using. I just think that they're both pups sometimes on the defensive end, and once they get outside of the perimeter, you can kind of cook them pretty easy inside. I think both of them are awesome on the offensive end, but on the defensive end, obviously, they're nothing too special. Starting off the Baby D material, we got our man Ben Simmons and Tony Kukoc, really. I think both of these guys can kind of be in the same boat. I think they're very unique cards, Ben Simmons and Kukoc, where with Simmons, you want him there because of his defense and his height, but really he's going to be the most amazing offensively and has that power dribble style. Tony Kukoc has a fundamental dribble style, but has that Brook Lopez jumper on quick, and I think being 6'10" like they both are at the point guard position is going to be really useful, and honestly pretty great. Now, out of position is one of those times where a lot of people don't really love it, but I do think that they did some balancing pretty well, because Kukoc can't really dribble too well. I think Kukoc actually works really well as a 2-guard, because he's got good defense, he's got good playmaking, some good shooting, good finishing. He's just not going to be amazing for that like primary ball handler role. And same thing, I think that Ben Simmons is a good PG, pretty good PG, but I think he works better as that power forward. So I think both these guys in the secondary can work really well. Rafer Alston's up next. Basically, this Allen Iverson, I just think the better is this Rafer Alston, just super fun card in my opinion. The next one is Salem Sotomayor, and this is one of the few times where I think I said with that like 3-point hunting kind of card, I forget who it was, my apologies, but Salem Sotomayor is that guy. He's got jump shot 3 on quick. He's got a good dribble style. He's got solid enough defense. He can't dunk, but jump shot 3 is just so easy to time that I had to put him up there. Next is the tall man, the tall PGs, Magic Johnson. Now, I said with the Ruby that he just wasn't anything crazy, and obviously the Galaxy Opal is just a better version of him. Now, I will say that the Galaxy Opal isn't like insane, but obviously we got him up in the second highest tier, so he's still a damn good card. He's from the that bracket Busters set, right? I think maybe not Power Within set. I don't know, something like that. I haven't been playing 2K too much because I'm feeling sick, but I'm forgetting it. But either way, Magic Johnson, 6'9", he's got his jumper on quick, and he's super tall. Magic Johnson, another one of those cards. You have to have a different play style to kind of like how Magic plays. I do enjoy him, but there's other cards that I like a little bit more, but he's still a good point guard. It's just, again, different play style to him. Lonzo Ball is up next. Nice 6'6" PG. He's got good defense, good playmaking. He can finish pretty well, and he can dunk on people. He's a good card, and I do like his Lonzo Ball jumper. Just needs some badges to really be next level. John Wall is one of those guys who just has a really good jumper, especially on quick. He's dunking on everybody. His defense is great, and again, I just love his jumper. I love his shooting. He kept that Hall of Fame sniper. I think when it comes to these bracket buster spotlight cards, you really want to grind until you get those pink diamonds just for John Wall. You can even ignore Ralph Sampson, just get John Wall, although those opals are pretty nice. But I do think once you PGs with the big damage, you might as well finish it out. But this John Wall is definitely a super fun card. And yeah, one of those, it was like get 7 dunks with him, probably one of the easiest things ever. This John Wall just awesome. Gary Payton, probably the defensive GOAT at the point guard position. This guy just locked it down. But like we said with Jeremy Lin, that jumper, jump shot 40 on the normal timing is just way too big. You can't be having it out there. And Derrick Rose and De'Aaron Fox, I kind of view these guys in similar lights. Obviously, Rose has the Rose jumper and Fox is the Fox jumper, but they both have great dribble styles. They both have great dribbling. They're pretty solid defenders, but they're amazing slashers that can still shoot the 3-ball pretty damn well. They're obviously not like insane, but they're definitely really good point guards who you can just have a really fun time with. And last but not least is our Demon Steer. We're starting off with Cade Cunningham, 6'8", jump shot 80 on the quick timing, a great dribble style, this great all around, dribbling, great defense, great shooting. I just love this Cade Cunningham. He's my personal now backup shooting or point guard because I've been using Dwayne Wade a lot, but still a really fun all around, really good point guard. Next up is Michael Jordan, arguably a top 3 PG in the game right now. Michael Jordan is just kind of crazy. He's one of those, new out of position cards, and I wouldn't even say he's really that out of position moving a 2 guard to a PG, but that's just me. 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. Jordan got his jumper on very quick, so he's absolutely godly. He's got the quick dribble style as well. The Scotty behind the back. His MJ layup package is great. His dunking is awesome. His defensive tendencies are great. His playmaking is godly. Obviously, the defense is crazy. They gave him Hall of Fame sniper and Deadeye, and he's dunking everybody with 98 speed. Jordan's great. Next up is the man with the most unguardable jumper in the game in Luka Doncic. This card is probably the lowest skill card in the game because he's just so easy to shoot whatever the hell you want with him, and he's a 6'7" or 6'8" PG. Luka's crazy. Next up, most fun card to use in the game, Dark Matter John Morant. He's also a free card as well. He's got that Paul George jumper on quick, a Drake dribble style with I think that D-Rose combo, which is super fun. He's got a nice behind the back. He's got awesome shooting. His defense is great, and he's dunking on literally everybody. He's just one of those cards who you want to go out there and have fun with because he's just so smooth. He's so consistent, and getting to the basket is just great. Next up, one of those out of position cards, we have DeMar DeRozan. I would honestly say that everything ping time and above from this set is crazy, and even Mobley pretty good. Like, the out of position set in general is really good, but DeMar is just great. 6'7" PG, 6'9" wingspan, the trade break jumper on quick, shifty dribble style, the Chris Paul combo. That Kyrie behind the back isn't great, but he's got the long athlete layup package. DeMar's dunking animations are great. His defensive tendencies are pretty solid. His shooting is great. His dunking is great. He has hyper drive downhill and quick for his step as well in Hall of Fame, but his defense is a little bit suspect, I will say that, but really all you have to do, add a brick wall, add a rim protector, and you should be okay. And I think if you run like a triangle coach, he'll get some better interior defense all around. Obviously, DeMar's not like game breaking, but he's a damn good PG. Next up is Steph Curry, who's obviously just great. Steph Curry jumper on quick. He's a dark matter. He's got defense. He's got play. He's just good. And the last card on the list is arguably probably my most controversial, and that is going to be Arvydas Sabonis, but he arguably is crazy. Now, if you actually were to take this Arvydas Sabonis and switch out his center and point guard primary positions, so you make him a primary position center, he becomes a 98 overall Galaxy Opal, which is crazy to me. His speed is obviously low for PG, and he does have that big dribble style, but set shot 8 on quick, going against those other PGs is actually insanely unguardable. You give him, posterizer on, whatever you want to, and he's actually kind of crazy. I think just his height makes him insane. You could just let any PG blow by you and you're blocking them every single time. Obviously, a 7-foot PG is going to be slow, but he's a 7'3" PG with a 7'6" wingspan. I just think he's going to be crazy. He's got Hall of Fame diamond. He's got great playmaking. He doesn't have quick first step or anything like that, but I've seen a lot of people use this Arvydas, and I'm open to this being a bad take, honestly, and having to move him down probably to Baby Demon. But for now, I'm throwing him up into here. We're going to see how this list rocks, just because a 7'3" PG defensively is just going to be so damn good, and he doesn't have that negative that Ben Simmons has where he just can't shoot. Like, Arvydas realistically can do it all. He's just a little bit slow, so I don't know. We'll see how it rocks. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. Like if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe if you guys are new. Again, I'm sick, so I apologize if the energy and all that sort of stuff really ain't there, or I buzz by this too quick. It's just kind of, not feeling great at all still. So, like the video, all the wonderful stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.